Hello, New York City. Welcome to the vlog. We are going on an adventure today. I found out on TikTok that every year in New York City, there's a museum mall festival. And I love museums, and I didn't even know that this was a thing. But of course, I've been definitely slacking on my museum visits. Every year I say I'm going to visit all these museums on my list, and every year I end up not doing it. But today I get to visit a couple of them. I didn't get to visit all of them, unfortunately, because it was packed, lines were long, and it was only a 3 hour window. The museums were right next to Central Park, so I went on a little mini hike, get those steps in. First stop was the Met. It was crowded, the lines were long, but luckily I got there early, so I got in just in time. But since it was after hours, some of the exhibits were closed. But either way, the Met is huge, and if anybody has been to the Met, you need days, not hours, to actually look at everything because there's so much to see. The first exhibit I went to was the photograph exhibit, which was on the second floor, which featured early 20th century American photography from 1839 to 1910. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my, like the girls just fine, go ahead and kiss the girl. Y'all can't tell me that does not remind you of The Little Mermaid, because it does. Next, I checked out the Egyptian exhibit, and do you guys remember the Courage the Cowardly Dog episode when it went like, Return the slab? That was all I was thinking about when I was looking at this. That episode came in my mind. Egyptian art is definitely one of my favorite types of art. If anyone has ever taken an art history class and learned about the Egyptian culture, you know that they are innovators. I mean, look at their jewelry. Need I say more? Next up was supposed to be the Guggenheim, but yeah, that line was way too long. I decided to just keep pushing forward till I see a short line. But I did come across this marching band, so I had to stop to listen because they were playing the hits. I made it to 109th Street at the Africa Center, and if I knew as soon as I walked in it was gonna smell so good, I would never have that Dave's hot chicken because as soon as I walked in, the food smelled so good. I wanted to try, but I was already full. On exhibit is photographs from Ethiopian American photographer Yusuf Ahmed. This exhibit features 15 photographic stories that maps the personal terrain of home, memory, and belonging. This exhibit was small, but it was still a great vibe in there. They were playing Afrobeats, and it was just a good time to be in there. I was still mad about the food, I'm not gonna lie, because I kept smelling it. But I did end up buying this bouillie drink, which tastes just like a soursop juice. If anybody from Caribbean knows what soursop juice is, it tastes just like this. music. They were playing some good music. I was salting in the street. It was a good time. And we are at the Museo del Barrio. Excuse my pronunciation. I don't speak Spanish very good. But on exhibit was the Candida Alvarez. If I butcher, I apologize. These black on black embroidery pieces were so different and unique, and in the right light, those images pop. That was it. That's all I saw. But I'm gonna definitely go back and visit all the ones I already saw and the others I didn't get to see because I really, really love going to the museums and I've been slacking. And shame on me. And please, please, please support the museums, support your local museums, support the art and culture. Let's preserve it because the arts are dying. You know, AI is taking over. That's a whole nother conversation, but seriously, preserve your museums because they are not just pretty paintings on the wall. They are also history of culture. Okay, we need to save them. We need to protect them for our generations and future generations to enjoy, just like we do. I will put a link in the description for all the museums below. So if you ever in New York City, you could go visit them sometime when you have a chance. You will have a great time and you will definitely not regret it. So thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.